It wouldn't be entirely surprising if it was nodded through. However, if there is a vote, I will vote for the report. I'm hearing that it may well be that it will be nodded through without a division. That, of course, is par for the course on this particular inquiry, because the initial decision to refer to privileges was made without a division, the unanimous view of the House. The membership of the committee was agreed unanimously, and therefore it wouldn't be entirely surprising if it was nodded through. However, if there is a vote, I will vote for the report. As a former member of the Privileges Committee myself and a former Standards Committee member, I know how important it is to understand and respect the work of colleagues in coming to very difficult and sensitive decisions like this. And when certainly I and others went through the door of the committee, we left our party politics at the door and we followed the evidence that we were presented with in order to come to sometimes very difficult conclusions that affected the careers of fellow MPs. Because I think the consequences of picking and choosing which reports to support and which ones not to are simply that Parliament and the Commons will forfeit its right to police the important issue of privilege and hand it over, in effect, to an outside body. Now, that seems to be underpinning some of the grave misunderstandings that I'm hearing about the committee in the last few days. People saying, why isn't there a right of an appeal to a court, etc. That is to misunderstand fundamentally the particular sovereignty of the House of Commons, its important role in our national life, and the fact that it has to be seen to responsibly police its own affairs. And I think undermining that and voting against the report would be a big mistake when it comes to the overall authority and standing of the House of Commons. It would undermine that, and that's why I will be supporting the report.
I spoke with Sir Bob Neal yesterday, and he made that point to me as well, saying that actually, there does come a point where you think, is it the right thing to accept this honour, given that it's now a very stained, there's a cloud of sort of stain hanging over it. What would you say to that?
Well, I think that's a very powerful point, and I think that there's still time for those individuals to consider their position and to potentially say thank you, but no thank you. I think that might be absolutely the best way to go here. If the committee, if the scrutinising bodies had known about this video at the time of their consideration, the position might well have been different. They might have made a recommendation not to confer the honour or the peerage. That's the question. I rather think this video is so strong that it could have had a material effect on that decision. And therefore, that's why I think, at the very least, there are further questions to be answered here. And secondly, that option of declining the honour is very much one that would seem to be a sensible course of action to take.